Hello everybody, it's Catherine. Thought I'd give you a quick update of what is in the Etsy shop. So I've got some hot off the press items and some that's been in there a while that I just want to go through. But I wanted to let you know about these because I'm going to mention them on Tuesday in the slow stitch. But I've done some beautiful kits here, so slow stitch / embroidery crafting kits, and I've got another example here. So these are just examples of what I've put together. I've curated these packs. There's plenty of goodies in here for you to start your next slow stitch. So it has got, they have got, should I say, a big piece of a lot of vintage fabric, so vintage linen. It's got some hand dyed direct from India cotton. It's got English and Indian vintage trims. It's just got one piece of contemporary fabric, which is this buttons. The rest of the fabrics are mainly vintage. It's got an assortment of laces in. It's got a bag of vintage buttons which are in here. They've all got a napkin or vintage napkin or doily. They've got some different lace materials so that you can applique them on. Altered paper clip, one of my button clusters. It's got 4 yards of fine linen thread. It's got a skein of DMC pens, different colours. That's a yellow, that's a burgundy, and also it's got a speciality thread that coordinates with the colour of DMC skein I've put in. So this one has got this. Lovely. So some speciality thread for couching. So it's got a beautiful assortment, and also it's got some fine quality cotton from my stash, and some stamped images and some vintage sari. So I have only six of those. So, you know, these fabrics, for these packs, I haven't got any more. So I thought I'd give you a heads up today because, you know, somebody might see them on Tuesday who perhaps isn't a regular visitor. You want to grab them while you can. Okay, so next, don't forget I've got Mr. Simpkins. He's all packed up and ready to go. A really good price of £38. I'm not going to unpack him. I will put reference to the video where I did a full tour of it, a full flip through. And look, he's all tied up with a lovely little teddy bear then. Okay, so next item, this is the Grungy Nature Journal, and it's only £38. It's a one signature. It's got loads of stitching, machine stitching, and it's got a lovely reinforced. Now we made some of this together, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but if you like something really nice and grungy, it's quite flexible. It's just needs breaking in, as it were. This is quite an eclectic mix, quite grungy. It has got quite a lot of real ephemera in, such as example that 1918 Spanish dictionary. It's got some of our own papers in. Some of them are, I'm not sure if that's Artimay. So there's a right lovely mixture. There's some of my all sorts of things that I've made, and that's real vintage ephemera. So yeah, it is a beautiful journal. Roughly the prices that are going to be set now is for a one signature journal. They're roughly going to be 35 to 38 depending on the ephemera and how much vintage is in it. Then two are going to be I'm trying to think now what we set it at. 4 big signatures and full of embellishments is £80. Then 3 signatures is 65, and then 2 is 50, and then the 1 signature ones are 35 to 38. And I hope you think that that is reasonably priced, because you know, some people sell their journals for hundreds of pounds, and I'm still trying to keep them, you know, reasonable for you, and it's free delivery on that one. I've got a frog in my throat. I'm going right, I've got some, I've got 4 of my little notelet and envelope handmade, and they're in the shop at £18. I am going to put these down to 15 to make space, because I'm making some more. I made loads at the beginning and they all sold out, and people asked me to do some more, and I've not done the next batch because I just got I'd put these in as a second batch, and then I'm going to reduce these down to make space for some new ones, and they need a bit of a press actually, so they'll be nicely pressed because they've all been wrapped up in tissue paper, so they just need a bit of a and these are all this is a lovely vintage piece. Where I can, I've tried to use vintage. This is avocado dyed, and this was David's mother's, this fabric. It's a tablecloth. They've got a lovely bulb pin and cluster, and then inside they've got lovely scrappy notebooks and a few tickets there. So that's that one. You could put whatever you like in, you know, you can put, I might put bigger journals in the next batch. So that's that one. This one, again, it is a vintage fabric, but then it's got more modern laces on the top because I just like the effect that gave. This is a black lace that's on there that says beauty, and then again it's got a lovely little journal and tickets inside that one. I mean, they're lovely little gifts, you know, if you're going to some, when we can go and visit more people, take a lovely, sometimes you like to take a little gift with you. This one is a modern lace, but I just really loved this. It's a modern lace on top, but actually underneath, again, this is some of David's mum's tablecloth, and this is tea dyed, but it's got this lovely, I just felt it went with the colours, and then this is a shell button from my collection, my stash, and then a little bulb pin tag there, and then again tickets and things in there. I love this one. I'm surprised these haven't already gone actually. And then the final one, so all these are in the shop at £18 at the minute, so I'm going to put them down to 15, but you need to look out for it going down to 15, so if you are interested you don't miss out. So this one, this is vintage cotton, but it's got some more modern trim. It's got one of my little tags there. It's got some again, all different laces. This is vintage lace underneath's more contemporary, and then it's got a vintage trim at the top from a really old tablecloth, and this has got 2 small ones in, 2 small little, so they're great little things just to put in your purse. And that's that one. So that's those 4. Right, what have we got next? Now, let me have a rummage down below, just to remind you that I have got the spring hair one in, and this is £32. This is 1 signature, but again, you saw me make this and have done a flip through, so we'll link that down below. It's got some lovely laces on there, and it's got vintage sari, so don't forget that one. Then we have the the beautiful, if you're wanting to do a shabby chic journal, then these are beautiful quality, very nice quality. I bought these in specially. The shabby chic in pink, and I'm only charging £6 for that. Got 3 small pieces, and then you've got a piece of cotton with it and some contemporary buttons, so they're more of a shabby chic, and they're only £6, guys. And then we have got the spring hairs in the lovely mustard, and these got some gold, lovely gold contemporary buttons. It's got a lining fabric in linen, and it's got some vintage lace fabric in there, a couple of bulb pins and gold buttons. I don't think we've got any of the blue left. If we have, there's only 1. It says there's 3 left, but I can't see 3. Okay, perhaps there is. Oh yeah, perhaps there is. Right, now I wanted to show you these because these are in a pack, and I don't think the photos do them justice really. But there's 3 in a pack, and these are lovely little gifts, and also great for you to put. And these are just little, I've made some of these for my real life sewing club ladies, and it's just a card, 2 layers of card in a sewing theme. So these are sewing themes. Got a bit of my mum's velvet devore on there, precious devore, and then these have just got a beautiful selection of papers. To go with the sewing theme. It's got here, I've done a little patch, grid paper, it's got a button there, it's got a little pocket there with a little ticket in. This is some of a hand-dyed digital printable of a handmade paper. One of my collages, they're all shrunk down to size. I think they're really cute. The other side of the bag. Then here I've got a pocket, and it's got a lovely handmade tag in there. Sewing mends the soul, quite true. Be good as well if make little notes of your slow stitch projects, and then it's tied a decent length, so you don't have to use that. You could put that in something else. Of my vintage sari, it's getting lower, my stock. So that comes as a set of 3, and I've packed them up ready for easy delivery, but I think they can be split once you receive those, so I think they're lovely. And let's have a look. The last one in, I did the sets of my altered paper clips with handmade papers, and trying to find my way in. Can't find, oh, it's here. Can't find my way in. Oh no! Look at these, a new bag view. It's open down the side. Oh, it's easier to get out anyway. Oh, I can use that actually, because I put this over when we send parcels international. We cover up the label with that so it doesn't get damaged en route. So this is the only one left, guys. I need to be making some more, I think. Just hard to see them, so I just stuck them on with a bit of tape, stop them moving about. So in this, and these are all, this is all handmade, and there are some videos out there that I've done showing how we did all these handmade backgrounds and then chiffon on top. So you get 2 journal cards, then you get 2 large clips which are these two. You get a sheet of black card, which you can do anything with, can't you, really? So that's those. Then you get 2 medium. I know the other kits have gone, and I've got some lovely reviews for them, so I'm going to check those out. So they've got there. So 2 journaling cards, 2 large, 2 medium, and then we've got this little assortment here of the baby ones. You get 3 baby ones as well. And they're all on there. They're all rose gold clips, and they make a lovely addition to a project. Right, let me put those back in there for you. Okay, so that's that set. Needs a new bag. Now, what else have we got? Let's have a look here. Sorry guys, I'm just on my computer, so make sure I don't give you the wrong information. Right. My patchwork one that I made. And actually, if it doesn't sell, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. It's one of my faves. It's really squishy, really lovely. It has, I have done a run through of that. So, and it's all Moda fabric. And those of you that do a lot of sewing or quilting, Moda fabric's not cheap. It's quite expensive. It's got all tabs. So I have a fabric tabs, different fabric tabs on there. One signature, and this is £35. It's got some beautiful charms on there, and I've done a run through, so I'm not going to show you again, but it's quite grungy. It's got all sorts of things that I've made, even altered popsicle sticks, and it's just squishy. It's just got a lovely feel to that. Right, now digitals that we've got in. So at the moment we've got the digitals, the printables, which are the embroidery kits, and they showcase some of the embroidered tags and clusters and things. Then David photographed them and turned them into a digital kit for you. So everything, all the sewing and everything's done if you don't do that yourself. And then you'll see on Friday, if you haven't already seen it, we launched David's new kit, the aquatic kit. I'm working on that as we speak, and please support him because he's put a lot of hard work into these. That's my cover, isn't it? And nobody's bought any. He's really disappointed, bless him. I started cutting more things up yesterday, but 2 pockets that I've made there, some little journaling cards. Some of the tags are just stunning, and I made some altered paper clips that I probably haven't shown you. So I've made these little ones into altered paper clips, and yeah, go and check those out. Give him a bit of love, bless him, because he put a lot of hours into it, and not one person's bought any, so it's a bit disheartening for him, bless him. So that is that, and then now I'm just going to quickly show you a journal that's not in yet, hasn't been listed yet, so you're the first to see it. Let my YouTube, one of my altered clips is here, my YouTube besties can see this first. So this is, it's a gorgeous, this is from the Paper Chase, and it's handmade paper from the Paper Chase, the cover. It's tied with some vintage sari, and it's got one of my clusters on the front. This has got a little bit of sparkle in that. So it's it's got this lovely handmade paper, and then it's got thick card, so it's quite sturdy, and it has got multi-coloured thread running through it for the signatures. Then I've made some dangles on here. So on this one we've got a little butterfly, we've got a bell, and one of Nola's dragonflies that she gifted me. And then on this one we've got Made with Love, 2 lovely beads and a crystal bead there. And this is one signature, or is it 2? I can't remember now, do you know? No, it's one large signature, and it's got some of my altered paper clips. This has come off somewhere, so we might find that as we go along. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through of this for you. And this, I've put some French knots and sewing on there. It's lovely. Bit of Edith Holden on there. Then on here we've got a journaling card, and again a beautiful Edith Holden pocket there. Some eco dye paper. I think that's Gayle Agostinelli's, actually, the pink ones. I usually get them from Susan Taylor Brown, but that's a Gayle, I think that's a Gayle one. Lovely cluster there. Look at this little llama. I got a little, I'm making a bag actually with this llama upholstery fabric, so I had to put him in there to have a looky round. Some French knots sewn on there, and a little bit of a pocket there. One of my clusters with some of Rachel's lovely fabric. And here we've got this is all my hand crinkled paper, and then we've got a pocket with a lovely little envelope in with a fox on it. This was actually some dyed fabric from our hydrangeas. Here, a lovely Edith Holden pocket and a gorgeous tag. One of my belly bands, one of my, in the middle is some of my fabric rolls. This is a lovely journaling card. Avocado dyed papers. A tuck spot here of Edith Holden with another lovely card in, and it's got a ruffle on the top. Here we've got a side tuck, that's one from my embroideries kit, with an extra edging on there. Lovely one of my, a lovely thin tag. Quite like these thin tags, I'm enjoying doing them. Then here we've got, this is just with, it's been sealed with Mod Podge that has glitter in it. So sparkling Mod Podge, if you didn't know it existed, it does. Some lovely ribbon on there. This has got an altered paper clip with a little pearl. This is a printable from an old grammar school report. This is one of Susan Taylor Brown's beautiful ecos, little card there. So that goes there. I've got a little bit of a cluster there with Liberty's end. One of the lovely quadruple pockets that I learnt to do with from Rhonda Winstead. It's just got a few bits in there. I think that was in there actually. Side tuck, and nice card with a eyelet on there ready. This is actually paper from Angela Kerr. Again, lovely cluster with a baby butterfly on there, which is from Carol at Oak House Journals. Telephone message, some collage on there, a pocket here. This is one of Rachel's embroideries samplers, And this is a lovely thick, really thick, I enjoyed doing that, made with all different book papers, tag with all book papers. Then here we've just got a flippy uppy tip in collage. Then we've got here, I've got a tag clipped in. This one comes undone and it's got some secret journaling space, and that's one of the tickets from Tina. I'm loving these altered paper clips with snippets on the end. I need to make some more. One of my button clusters there, something from Edith Holden. The middle page, this is actually from some papers from Tracy Fox at Love Junk Journals. I think this is one of the free ones you could get. It's got Made with Love in the middle and a silver ball. Then this is Tracy's paper. It's got a lovely little bee tag on there. Some Edith Holden, lovely with a stamp. So that's a stamp cluster. Again, this is one of the original embroidery clusters that David photographed to go in the kit. So one of the originals is in this, and a lovely pocket there and tag. Angela Kerr. That's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous for spring. Then a little pocket with a tag in there from Rachel's Embroideries. So there's an eclectic mix of all different makers, as well as my own in here. Another belly band, and in there it's got a lovely little envelope, and it has a journaling card in there. Then that's gorgeous. Another one, secret flip up journaling with a ruffle on there. And then in here there's a journaling card. Every day of your life is a page of your history. That's gorgeous. And then it's got a little scrappy pad there with a paper ruffle at the top. This is from the lovely kit, one of the kits from Chapter 1 papers, all the black and whites. There's a lovely label there. Here, this is from my own vintage stash of flowers. Some Tracy labels again. This is from vintage stash. Here we've got a cluster with some lovely furry trim at the top. On this side, little side pocket, and then it's got one of my little flippy down pads, and again a lovely piece of from Rachel's Fabrics. So that goes in there. That's cute. I love that. And I've deckled the edges, so purposely I've deckled the edges just to give that bit of a scrappy-do effect. And there's some card, that's the back. And I've just got to put my maker's mark on there. This says Little Sisters. And I've got a little sister, so that's lovely. So, I'm going to call this, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I can't think now. I don't know. I shall have to see. So that'll be going, oh, where's that one come from? We'll put that in. Oh, there's two. I must have left them out of pocket somewhere. So yes, this is going to be going in the shop very shortly. And then finally, I just want to open, the DIY junk journal kits that I'm selling, so that anybody that's not got much of a stash, there's some lovely I'm sort of sharing my stash with you, and there's some lovely, I'm opening this one just to give you an idea. They're all different, they've all got different things in them, but I think they are good value to get a lovely little mix for you to do your journaling in. Okay, so let's have a look. We have in this one, we've got some lovely butcher's paper. We have got some vintage buttons. We have got a selection of contemporary buttons, and that is Big Ben, a wooden button of Big Ben. There's a lovely charm there. We've got some edging in this fabric. So you could do, you know, you could use some of this for your slow stitching as well. So this is vintage Indian fabric, as is that, and vintage embroidery. This is, I like this as well, this is canvas. So there's that set, that lot there. This again is from the underneath of the lining of saris. You've got a leaf charm there. A little bit of one of my sewn snippets. You've got a lovely piece of, and I've eking this out because it's my very favourite, as you know if you've been here a while, vintage vintage trim. Then you've got a square of the lovely hand-dyed Indian fabric. So I buy this direct from India, and this is hand-dyed. And there is some of this in, larger piece of this in the slow stitch kits. It's got a lovely piece of thick upholstery there in stripe. It's got two little, I forgot what I've put in all these. Two little paper clips. Not paper clips, wooden pegs. Some more there, some more vintage buttons. Some more of these beautiful. That's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and that is the Eiffel Tower. So wooden buttons. It's got a lovely doily in it. It has got a few little pockets for making tucks. It's got some lovely ribbon with birdies on. A calling card. Then also it has got some dyed paper there. It's got a lovely big piece of card there. And then it's got quite a bit of vintage papers in. So you can see all the different colours in there. I've also put a page in from my little book of flowers, English flowers. 1800 dictionary. That's from, look at the foxing around there. I think that's gorgeous colour. Children's book. Can't get in this one. Can't remember what that's from. Just lovely. And I know if you are watching, I know Tina Shabbydabbydoodah, and I know Rachel mentioned it last night, if you're wanting to do some masterboards with old papers, there's a beautiful mix in these. I just love it when they've got these colours around the edging. There's just something lovely about it. I've tried to make sure there's no rude words in them. Oh, baby button. And then it's got, how many? 2 pieces of David's avocado in here. And then this is vintage from the Connoisseur in the early 1900s. English adverts. It's got a big paper bag, and it has got some old straw paper. So you can see there's quite an eclectic mix in there, but there's plenty to make a journal with. And these little pieces in now, but there can be. There can be now, can't they? Oh, I'll put those in as well. See, whoever's getting this one. Okay, so there is a mixture of contemporary and vintage, but there are plenty of vintage papers in them. So really, you know, in their own right, they're getting. I never found where that went, did I? So it can go in there. Okay, I think that's the video then for now, guys. I thought I would just, because I'm not always doing my Friday wrap-ups now, I thought I'd just give you an update. Go and check out our shop, see if there's anything on there, and especially don't forget these, because they're going down to £15, and I think that's a real bargain. So thank you for all your support. David and I really appreciate it. And have a lovely weekend and stay safe out there. Thank you for joining us. Bye for now.